Speaking of physically mature players, good pickup overnight here for Notre Dame as Malachi Fields, wide receiver from UVA, announced that he will be headed there for his 5th year. So you're talking about a guy with a ton of experience, very, very productive, and definitely not a one-year wonder. This is now 2 years in a row here where he's had almost identical seasons at UVA. In 2023, 58 receptions, 811 yards, 5 touchdowns. And then this past season, 55 catches, 808 yards, and 5 touchdowns. And for a big body receiver, averages over 14 yards a reception. So this is a guy who can stretch the field for you vertically, brings you that big physical element in the passing game. And Notre Dame, a team that it's going to look different offensively next season, but they're starting to put some weapons together for that offense.
Yeah, and you look at Notre Dame, the last time they had a receiver go over 50 receptions, that's Chase Claypool back in 2019. So 250-plus yard reception seasons in a row for Malachi Fields, top 10 in the ACC in receiving yards. And I think you look at what he brings to the table. Obviously, look, he's a 5th-year player. He's not in the pros. I think part of that is because he doesn't have the speed and dynamic separation ability, maybe that the pros covet. But for what Notre Dame's trying to do, where you're going to run the ball, and then go to your wide receivers for, maybe a big play action play downfield, trying to convert a third and long when you do get behind the sticks, which is rare. He has the ability to do that. Obviously, red zone receptions as well. 6'4", 220. We've seen him down here in the ACC quite a bit. A lot of diving catches, a lot of contested balls, very fluid. That's really his game. He's not going to be your separator. He's not going to be your dynamic run after the catch threat, but physically mature, mentally mature. He's a 5th-year player. I mean, this guy's born and bred UVA. He went to Monticello High School. He's from Charlottesville. He did his time there 4 years, and now is a grad transfer. So he's bringing in that maturity to Notre Dame. He's not one of these guys that's bounced around a lot of places. He should be a culture fit. You lose Bo Collins, you lose Chris Mitchell, you lose Jaden Harrison. I think this guy steps right in. Your first game's against Miami, Florida down here. He's someone who's been a productive receiver in the ACC. He can give you what you need if you expect third downs, contested catches. If you expect, the second coming of Justin Margie, I don't think you're going to get that here, but you are going to get a very, very good, reliable player. By the way, he's somebody who played against Notre Dame, 4 catches, 81 yards.
Yeah, those are the clips that I was just playing there.
Yeah, so someone's seen him. They've seen what he can do. They've seen how he can separate against their defensive backs. They've seen how he can catch the football. They see how he moves at that size. So I think, look, if you're comparing him to what they had this year, I think he is a better receiver, a better pass catcher than those three. The 3 guys that are gone, plus some of their younger players. I think just in terms of the ability to catch the football at his size, he's a level above what Notre Dame has on the roster.
Yeah, and again, the consistency is really impressive, D. I mean, you're looking at a guy who started the 2023 season with 6 straight 60-yard games, and 11 out of the 12 games he played in that year had 60 yards, right? So this is a guy that's not going to disappear. He's a consistent threat for you. Sometimes these receivers can be kind of boom or bust, but this is a guy that, with that size, he's not going to just disappear in the middle of a game.
Yeah, and he's experienced, right? Like, he's 5th-year player, entering his 5th year. The only reason he's not in the NFL is, I don't want to speak for him, but I think it's just those speed concerns. But the guys, I don't see any character issues. 4 years at Virginia, productive. He's going to be where he needs to be. He's smart. He's picked up different offensive schemes at Virginia because there's been turnover during his tenure there. So he should adapt to what Notre Dame's trying to do and be what you want as a Notre Dame player. Again, UVA, elite academic institution. You can't just take everybody at Notre Dame. This is someone coming in from that background. And I think he's going to be ready to play. It just depends on what you expect from him. If you expect him to revitalize and rejuvenate your passing game, if you expect him to run after the catch, like, for example, Chase Claypool, who we mentioned earlier, he's not that type of player. He's not going to make those dynamic plays after the catch like a Claypool. But 50-plus catches 2 years in a row, he can do that for you. And I think it's a nice fit for what Notre Dame likes in their wide receivers.
Chain mover, red zone. I mean, you really like to have a weapon like that offensively if you're an offensive coordinator and if you're a quarterback.
Highly coordinated. Again, this guy, we're ACC country down here. Every time you watch ACC football, he's making diving catches, sliding catches. He is just a very smooth type of receiver with a lot of contested catchability.